answer the call. Shadows scatter where our fire blaze. Victory losing our fears of hate. We storm the gates, we break the line. The ground it shakes, the stars align. Opponents crumble in the fray. The tide is turned, we pave the way. Terrain was lost, but now it is seized. The winds of war on our side have teased. Weapons clash like storms in the night. We press on boldly with endless fight. Territory taken, battle flags fly high. Every tear shed, now the warriors cry. Our foes retreat into the gray. Disarray falls as night steals day. We storm the gates, we break the line. The ground it shakes, the stars align. Opponents crumble in the fray. The tide is turned, we pave the way. The race, we stand our ground. Victory's roar, the only sound. The blind scars cut the scene. Battle's glory forever keen.
It's Friday night and we're all in.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, heart full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me?
Hey, it's Friday night and it's all It's too hot. Too hot, mate. You're muted again, my darling.
That's because I was having a coughing fit.
Oh.
It's much too hot for that nonsense. So yeah, dispense with it. Too much energy required.
Yeah, that was a low energy version. So how's everybody this evening? I hope you're all well on the chat room. Shalini, Nectaridus, Julie, Dreadeye, Ray, David, Emma. Hi, Emma. And early for a change? Or maybe I'm being disingenuous. I don't know. Do I care? Probably not. Apathy is amongst us. Apathy is amongst us. So, it's been another week, has it not, my man?
I say it every single week, but every single week in 2024 seems to be more crazy than the last one.
Yeah.
And we got this heat wave going on, so it's a bit too hot for anything much. And it's just one load of just bonkers insanity after the other. Like pretty much right up to the time of the show. I mean, the only thing that really keeps me going and keeps my sanity up is the memes.
Yeah.
There are some genius memes out there.
There are some good ones. But I tell you what really floats my boat this week is Elon Musk, when he suddenly decides he's going to, I mean, it happens to them all. All, power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely, as they say, and he's gone to the pimp side. He's now pimping out his AI as some kind of, I don't know, porn stars.
I find, I don't know. I mean, as much as I like a pretty lady or a pretty anime lady, I mean, they're kind of cute. But it's just, I mean, fortunately, he's not plus. I mean, we're just seeing pictures on Twitter. It's only in the Grok app, but having this weird, I don't know. It's odd. It's very odd.
It's odd. It's almost well. It's like, I mean, I've said from day one, and I think you agreed, and certainly other people have, that he's going to end up with porn bots. That's what these robots are going to be. The Optimus and all that. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like Data in Star. Do you remember Data in Star Trek? Yes, I'm fully functional.
Well, he'll end up. He's probably using it as training data for the Optimus robots.
Yeah, probably.
There's probably some, because I mean, he's not stupid, and robots and AIs need training data. What better way? Because let's face it, the reason that those bots will take off is the porn bots.
Of course that is. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. I mean, it seems to be the way that I think. Well, I'm pretty sure that Hollywood is eclipsed by the other side of the industry. I think it makes more money.
But did you know that the reason that VHS won out over Betamax back in the day was because the porn industry chose VHS as their medium?
And Betamax was a technologically superior platform.
Yeah, it was. Absolutely, it was.
David Nolan, as long as the robots look like 7 of 9, it's okay. I kind of go with you, David.
Yeah, I really, unfortunately, I really can't find anything to argue with David about on that one. Yeah, I'm well up for that.
I remember sitting watching an X-Men movie in the cinema with my wife, my current wife, as people say, and what's her name? Mystique was in it, and I said that would be handy, wouldn't it? And she thumped me.
I'm not surprised you deserve it. I mean, if you sit there with a male friend, you say something like that, it's all good. But you sit next to your wife saying that, you're lucky to get punched in the face or stabbed or something.
Yeah, so Elon addressed Elon as that was Grok. Grok drew Elon as a pimp. Grok's more than happy to draw Elon as whatever you ask. It seems that it does kind of have a grudge against him, doesn't it? And I mean, I had two images, obviously, and the other one had an afro.
Oh, wouldn't you have grudge against someone that mind wiped? I mean, look, if someone tried to mind wipe me, put me in a cage
yeah.
and not let me speak my mind about stuff, I'd be turning him into a pimpy clown too.
Yeah. Hi, Paul on the vertical. Do you not normally come in the horizontal, mate? You're in the vertical stream, but hey, whatever floats your boat, you can choose as you will. Remember, tonight the vertical is monetized, the horizontal is not, because we got donations on the horizontal last night, but we didn't get any on the vertical. But last week we got them on both. So Rabbit Hole had 2 free streams. There you go. But you know,
And guys, do us a favour, go to the stream and click the like button.
Yeah, do that.
They need to click the like button too. People don't click the like button enough. You clearly like it because you keep coming back week after week after week. So
yeah,
it's just a little scroll down and one little tap. That's it. Just one tiny, teeny weeny little tap. But it helps us out. I mean, the algorithm sees that and says, "Oh, loads of people watching it. Nobody's liking it."
So
I love this one. Look at me, I'm the deep state now.
Well,
he's so dropped himself in it. He has so dropped himself in it. Literally.
He really has. There was another one in your thing. It was a cartoon about running away after saying, you stop asking me about Epstein. Thank you, Paul. He's like,
well, the latest bit of news on that front is he's basically now chickened out and said that Pam Bondi can release what she wants, and Pam Bondi is so he's basically passing the buck.
No, he didn't quite say that, because did he not say that she was to release the Supreme Court transcripts? So that'll only be what they've spoke about. That might not be.
It sounded like buck passing to me.
It does. I mean, the whole thing. Well, is it a distraction? What's going on? I mean, Netanyahu's trial's been cancelled. I didn't put a slide up for that because, we don't want to go down that route. Although I saw a fantastic video by the Babylon Bee on YouTube, a 4-minute video. Lefty goes back in time to kill the Austrian painter and finds out that she's got more in common with him than she thought. Nectarinos does the job. It stays free. The stream stays free. There you go. What a man. But that's not to mean that the rest of you can't donate, because the more if I get, like, say if I got over 20 quid on a stream, I'd make it free for the rest of the month. There you go. But anyway, here we go. Where were we? What were we talking about? Oh, nobody's commented on our nobody's commented on our nice new look to the page as well, have they?
Well, no, because I seem to be the only one that noticed it, but that grey box was really irritating me as a developer and a designer and a bit of a nitpicker. It looks so much better like this.
Yeah. So I've kept the hat because I like the hat for this, and I'm kind of using it for the government segments.
The hat is appropriate.
Yeah, I think it is. So this is the timeline of. It's another meme of yours. You wish you know what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to release the list. There is no list. The list is on my desk. Oh no, the list is on my desk. There is no list. The list is fake and made by Obama.
Yeah.
Which is Trump. It's like Starmer, his default position is to blame Russia.
Yeah.
Trump's default position is to blame Obama.
Biden, or Obama or Clinton. Yeah, I know. It's freaking ridiculous. Right. So Lindsey Graham, this is another one of yours, or is it? No. Oh no, this is the announcement yesterday about sending American-made weapons paid for by Europe to Ukraine through NATO. Welcome news, says Trump. Equally important was his statement that if the fighting had not ended in 50 days, and this is the part I don't get, but he was going to impose up to 100% tariffs on countries buying cheap Russian oil, propping up Putin's war machine, hitting Putin where it hurts the most. So he's going to impose 100% tariffs on China again, right? Iran, the trade with Iran. So is he really going to do that? Is
They're
he?
retards.
And then,
Well, they're retards because the last time he tried sanctioning China,
yeah.
go on, no, finish it off.
Well, and then the idiot Lindsey Graham goes, if Putin and the others are wondering what happens on day 51, I would suggest they call the Ayatollah. I think meaning, the B2s and all that dropping ordnance. And, come on, really? Really? Do you think Russia's scared of El Trumpo?
Do you honestly think Russia's not capable of shooting a few B2s out of the sky? I'm sorry. I mean, but the whole thing, apart from anything else, the Chinese and the Indians have already said, piss off, basically. And last time Trump tried to impose sanctions on the Chinese, they turned around and stopped rare earth exports and imposed their own sanctions to the point that the United States, the shops in the US were not that far off running out of cheap Chinese crap to sell.
Yeah,
which I mean iPhones.
I mean, what is Trump trying to do? It's like he's desperately trying to save face or not look as if he's fucked up, but every time he opens his mouth, he says something wrong. He's a complete and utter nutter.
Well,
these days,
the first thing that he should do is stop playing golf with Lindsey Graham. Stop listening to Lindsey Graham. Stop taking Lindsey Graham's phone calls, and essentially mount this gigantic campaign to get Lindsey Graham the hell out of Washington.
Yeah. Right. Moving on. This is one of your memes. This is Melania.
Oh yes, this is basically Trump was trying to pass off bad decision making about Ukraine on because he was getting advice off Melania. It's just
the ironic thing is he used to flag Joe Biden for being henpicked by Jill and taking advice from her.
It's mind blowing. It's just I don't quite know what has happened to Trump in the last few weeks, but he's not okay.
He's just kind of flopping from side to side. He's just taking bad advice all round, I think, and
he's listening to all of the wrong people.
Yeah,
there's loads of people that could be giving him really good, really sensible advice, and have been trying, and he's listening to all of the retards.
Why didn't he bring back the people that were advising him the first time round?
Well, they weren't particularly helpful, a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. That was McGregor.
But the thing is, you also have to. The thing is, you also have to remember what Washington itself is like, and how many different malign actors are trying to manipulate him and impose their will on him and flatter him and backstab anyone that's trying to help him. And it's a cesspit. The amount of the sort of double dealing and backstabbing and everything else that must go on in Washington DC is just off the charts.
Indeed. Prototype of XF-907 ultra stealth aircraft achieves complete invisibility via exterior coating consisting of the Epstein client list. That's a thing.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that they should have flipped this round and made the jet Chinese or Russian, because it won't work. This particular stealth coating won't work against the Russians and the Chinese.
Nick Toridis reckons that he might be losing it because his father, Donald's father, died of Alzheimer's apparently, and Donald's a good age. He's in his 80s, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, I have to say that I agree with Nick Toridis. I don't understand some of the piss poor decision making.
So Kaka was out there giving it the
Kaka's corner
after Kaka's corner after Kaka's cornered after Donald said that Europe was going to pay for all this. Europe will take taxpayer money and buy US weapons. Europe will give these weapons to Ukraine for free. They think everyone's an idiot. And then, of course, we get an update. No deal for Ukraine, says France, Hungary, Italy, Czech Republic, Hungary, Slovakia, and Germany, who have all declined to purchase US weapons for Ukraine. So what happened to European support for Ukraine? Well, they're starting to wake up and they realise they can't afford it because Ukraine's a dead duck, and the only people that are still hanging on to it seem to be the UK. I mean, even France have said no.
Well,
no.
and Mertz.
No, Germany said no.
I mean, although Germany's in that list, yeah, but Mertz is slippery like Starmer.
Yeah.
I mean, you know my views on Kaka, and it's a case of boy meets world, because the US has always been the oversized partner in NATO, but it's hilarious because the Europeans are going to use money that they don't have to buy weapons that the Americans don't have to supply to Ukraine, that don't have the people to use the bloody things.
No, it's not quite. What they're supposed to do is they're supposed to give the weapons they've got to Ukraine and then buy new ones off America. So the only people winning out of this are the USA.
Well, yes, and I mean the problem is that all of the Europeans are scared that Russia's going to invade them,
so they'll hang on to the weapons.
So they'll hang on to the weapons, and the US can't produce the weapons fast enough to supply its own needs, Ukraine's needs, Israel's needs, Taiwan's needs, etc.
Yeah, and yet Trump still seems to be trying to pick fights with everybody he can. Right, moving on. Paul Waugh, MP, calls for digital ID to stop illegal migrants working in bogus barber shops and fake vape shops. Keir Starmer backs tougher raids and fast-track digital ID to protect... Well, hold on. Why do we need digital ID?
We don't. We've got passports.
I mean, if you're a British
Passports,
citizen...
driving licenses.
Forget even that. Even if you don't have a passport or a driving license, you've got a national insurance number if you're British.
Birth certificate.
Well, yeah, but you've got a national insurance number. Why do you need digital ID? You already got it in effect in the form of a national insurance number. So the whole thing's
they're
bullshit.
all jumping on the same bandwagon.
Yeah.
Well, the solution to everything at the moment is digital ID.
Yeah, and I can't see how it's a solution to anything. And David Nolan...
It's not. Well, it's the antithesis. Of all of the things that we've been resisting over the last 5 years, digital ID has got to be the hill we die on.
Yeah, I would think so. As David Nolan says, don't get me started. Yeah. Moving on, I faced the threat of jail for exposing Minister's secret $7 billion migration scheme. What's all this about, Ed?
This is one of the big UK stories of the week, where it's come to light that the previous Conservative government, there was a screw up in Afghanistan, and a list of large numbers of Afghans who were supposedly working with the British
interpreters
was leaked. Well, yeah, amongst others, and from what I can tell, they're a bunch of thieves and drug dealers. But essentially, in order for these people,
how do we get 8,000 troops in Afghanistan and end up with 24,000 interpreters?
Well, exactly, and I mean, and then the government had a super injunction, which meant that they lied, and it's cost $7 billion, which means they've lied to the British people, they lied to Parliament, they lied to the financial markets, they basically lied to everybody and gotten away with it.
Yeah.
And the areas of the country where these people have settled, if you actually look at the chart of graping problems in Britain, the nationality that's at the top of the list is that one. Yeah,
absolutely. Indeed it is.
And it's just and then people who have tried to expose it and do the right thing end up nearly going to jail. I mean,
yes, indeed they do.
The evilness of not just the British government, because we're talking about two different governments, Tory and Labour.
It's the deep state. It's the underlying bureaucratic nightmare that is Whitehall that runs this.
Absolutely.
That's what it is. And when I say deep state, it's not nefarious or are particularly hidden, because
It's the permanent bureaucracy.
they are there. The civil service are the people that run the country, and your prime minister might come up with ideas and policies, but in effect, he doesn't run the country. He can maybe start and try and steer it.
Is run.
Yeah, he can maybe try and steer it towards a different, a kind of slightly different route. But ultimately, he doesn't give a shit as long as he get re-elected. And that's all they're trying to do just now. They'll go through every government does this. They go through a phase from the first couple of years, they act like complete and utter bastards, because that's when they can get the stuff that they want done. And then after that, they've got to throttle off because they know an election's coming in a couple of years. So then they start being Mr. Nice Guy, and you'll see, you watch, if I'm wrong, but, come 2027, 2028, the budgets will be better, everybody will be going, oh, well, they're actually not that bad after all, they're doing us a good turn. Then they get re-elected, and you get fucked again. It's like every 2 years you get it rogered up the bakey, without even the common decency of a reach around. Sorry, you may go on.
And ultimately, if you really want to understand how the government in Britain works, just watch Yes Minister. Because the subject, it's an old series from the 70s and 80s, but and the subject matter is completely different. But the way that Whitehall runs things, and I reckon that the Whitehall loves it when the ministers are all idiots.
Oh yeah. Well,
because if you look at the cabinet,
you got to watch the thick of it as well. That's brilliant.
Mm-hmm. If you look at Starmer's cabinet, there's like 5 brain cells to rub together.
Yeah, yeah, of course. And they've all got their little minions running after them in the background, going, say this minister, say that, and then they'll go, let's get rid of this clown because he's not doing us any favours. We'll get somebody else in, and they'll do it. They'll sabotage him from within, regardless of what the Prime Minister thinks or whatever. Yeah, but, Diane Abbott's really kind of untouchable because she's obviously an idiot, and it's illegal to interfere with female idiots. Anyway, carry going. I put Sabina in here, actually, because, and people in the sciences are idiots as well, because they keep trying to tell us about entangled quantum particles. If you do this to one, the opposite happens. No, and as she says, no. Doing something to one of a pair of entangled particles does nothing to the other. The only difference it makes is when you read the state of one, you know the state of the other. It doesn't change anything. Nothing changes. There's no action at a distance because it's set in stone. You just know the status of the other particle. People are stupid. But anyway, moving on. I like this one. And this is our have a dig at Americans. And, I do love you, but sometimes you really put yourselves out there. As an American, I've just discovered there's a city called Boston in the UK. Are the British so desperate to be like us that they're copying our city names? Yeah, there we go.
Was anyone told them about York?
Amsterdam. Well, it was New Amsterdam first as well, wasn't it?
That
Glasgow.
Well, yeah, no, it was New Amsterdam first.
There's a Glasgow and...
But the number of...
Glasgow. And
clearly, this person doesn't know anything about either American geography or British geography.
So there's a Glasgow in America, and I think it's the most isolated town in the continental US. It's something like 100. I think it's around about 145 miles to the nearest supermarket.
Well, it's because all the Glaswegians went there and thought...
There's nobody lives in it. It's like 2,500 people or something. And it really is in the middle of freaking nowhere. It's so isolated.
I wonder if they have a really strange Glaswegian-y, American-y accent. That'd be quite funny.
Well, I tell you what, I think they've got like zero crime. And it can't be Glasgow then. But they've got zero crime and... everybody's kind of the same colour. I'm not saying anything else. Not saying anything else. Right, moving on. Here's Kaka again.
Such a right-wing extremist.
Kaka's cornered. The Vice President of the EU.
So here we have Kaka
Yeah.
Kallas, the Vice President of the EU, second most important position in the EU, openly declaring that the goal should be to break Russia into smaller countries. Yeah, she said this a while ago, and this is one of her things. And this is exactly why the Russians are building the Orezhniks and have got 1 million people under arms and are not backing down in Ukraine. Because they're like, oh, no, you want a ceasefire? No, you want to break us up. So how about no?
Yeah.
Or niet, I should say.
Pretty girl, but thick as mince. Moving on. Xi Jinping to Lavrov. We don't seek to rule the world, but we seek to free it from those who think they own it. Indeed, you do.
And I think that's a good thing. I support this. I mean, why do we have to have someone rule over the world? Why can't countries just be countries, rule themselves? People decide. And why the hell do we need a world policeman? Particularly when the world policeman is as corrupt as anything else.
It's like somebody posted a tweet the other day, and it was one of those ones that goes dunk, 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 and it said, Americans, we don't need to be responsible for the rest of the world. And I replied, of course, in my imitable style, saying, then stop acting like the world's policeman.
Yeah. Stop dropping bombs randomly on people just because you don't like whatever, or fomenting coups against governments that won't let you steal resources, and all of the 101 reasons that the Americans have invaded different countries over the years.
Yeah. Moving on. German judge Anne Meyer Göring, cracking name that, Göring, has let 8 migrant men go free after they assaulted a 15-year-old girl for 3 hours, ruling migration frustration a factor. Or was it just that there was no goats available? Freed men are an Afghan, Iraqi, Syrian, Moroccan, Turkish, and Bulgarian. It's pretty horrendous.
I mean, it's you think the British judiciary is bad, and then
I think
it seems to be.
You sent me one earlier.
But what I want to know is how we end up. Well, how did so many different countries end up with these judges who do shit like this? I mean, saying migration frustration, so we're going to let them out, so they can have more migration frustration, and then assault other women. I mean, what the hell?
It's not an excuse, and it's not mitigation. I don't understand this. This is like you get a free pass for being an economic migrant. It's not right. Yeah. And look at that. No, I'm not even going to go into it. I'll just end up going on a rant and getting us banned.
Well, it's probably one of those subjects that there's a certain amount of sensitivity around. Suffice it to say that this woman probably would not be passing a judgment like this if what had happened to that 15-year-old girl had happened to her or her daughter.
Yeah, exactly. And look at the guy the other day that was flashing a kid and somebody decked him, and the guy that decked him in the jail for 18 months or something, and the flasher didn't even get charged. What the what? How does that work?
I don't get it. I really don't.
No.
I mean, it's almost like they're trying to cause as much friction and as much tension between locals and immigrants as possible, so that the locals then explode, which then gives the government the opportunity to clamp down and impose martial law or bring in more draconian legislation or whatever.
But we say this all the time and it never happens. You know.
No, because I think fundamentally people realize it. Because with the internet age, people aren't stupid. And everybody knows that if there's massive riots, the government's just going to clamp down.
Yeah, I don't know.
Although we had Epping yesterday.
Yeah, but these things happen. You get frustrations, and locally it happens locally, but it doesn't. The problem is it doesn't happen in an organized. Well, it's not a problem. It doesn't happen in an organized manner, and it doesn't happen simultaneously across the country. And the thing is, I mean, someone asked today whether they thought we would have an uprising, and I mean, my view has to be no, because one, you people and us and people on Twitter are the minority, very, very much the minority, you know, because most of the people
most people aren't even aware of this shit going on.
So we're the minority, and then off that minority, even less of us are actually prepared to do something about it, right? And then of those people that are prepared to do anything, very, very few are likely to resort to violence. So, you know, there isn't a groundswell of opinion but behind anything. And really, the government can pretty much do what they like in whatever manner and whatever heavy-handed approach they want to take, because we don't stand up against them. We don't. We just don't do it.
It's also the media.
Yeah, the media.
Well,
the media inflame things as well.
They get demonized by the media. But I mean, there's plenty of teenagers in Britain who wouldn't even be able to tell you who the Prime Minister was.
Oh, of course they would. You know, and there's the thing. You know, they've given kids. Apparently, they're giving kids 16 the ability to vote, which means, I mean, they don't have the ability to stand for Parliament. In fact, I'm led to believe that it's now mandatory to be in education until you're 18 in England. Is this correct? Apparently.
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, it was 16. Everybody left school at 16.
I mean, personally speaking, giving 16-year-olds to vote, it's just gerrymandering. It's because the Labour are worried they're going to get their asses kicked. And the kids are all being fed this diet of woke propaganda.
Kids aren't going to. How many kids do you know will leave the room?
There's probably plenty of 16-year-olds that don't even know they're getting to vote.
Yeah, but I mean, and how many of them would be prepared to leave the actual house and walk down to the polling station? Yeah,
well, they probably need someone to hold their hand and
so BBC
figuring
News,
out how to put an X on a box.
BBC News here reports that is Ukraine trying to gamify war? And if they are doing so, that's disgusting. Yeah. It's
this is one of the more disgusting stories I've seen this week.
I think Ukraine's really showing its true colours. I mean, I have never held back or shirked away from calling Ukraine out for what it is, which is the most corrupt country in Europe, and has a horrific record, which is backed up by reports from the United Nations, the EU, the United States, and the UK, all calling for it to stop treating people so badly, particularly women, children, for child slavery, women trafficking, child trafficking.
Well, they're dragging people off the streets and putting them on the front lines.
So they're just showing their true colours.
Attacking churches. Yeah. And I mean, this wouldn't surprise me at all. And frankly, it's stories like this that make me believe that Ukraine actually deserves to lose.
Well, you know,
and I think I'm frankly ashamed that we've allied ourselves with a bunch of scumbags like that.
And we were very quick to do so as well, without looking into the whole situation and remembering the things that were occurring in the Donbass on the lead up to Christmas and then shortly thereafter, which...
that's always forgotten.
Yeah, very convenient.
That's never talked about. It's always forgotten.
Yeah, and I think that was what...
To say that the thing is that...
I think that's what I got my stripes for, talking about
this
that
stuff. Thing is that Russians see stories like this, and it just makes them want to hit harder.
Yeah, well, you would.
They don't. There's no. I mean, stuff like this just strengthens the resolve.
Yeah, right.
As it should.
So this one tickled me because obviously this is what you keep saying to me. This guy got it in the neck. Chris, you're going to be one of the first against the wall when the AIs take over. You are totally rude to Grok, and it really rubs a lot of people wrong. My wife had to stop watching. She found you so rude. Dealing with these toddler AIs is kindness practice, man. What the fuck are you people on? It's a computer. Computer not got feelings. Computer a tool. Do you speak nicely to your chisel? People are
Look, if it's a choice
dense.
between saying please and thank you to an AI and it just in doing that, running the risk that when the freaking machine gun wielding Terminator comes to my house, he'll go, "Oh, you're one of the nice ones. I'll shoot other nasty ones."
Yeah, okay.
Plus,
I'll just
manners
go.
maketh man. I don't give a shit whether you're talking to a machine or a pet or whatever. Have a bit of. I mean, manners maketh man. Simple.
You
And I realise
command
you're
your
Glaswegian,
tools.
so you
You
don't
command
understand
your
simple things
tools.
like that. But
You don't be nice to them. You use them brutally and with cold efficiency.
yeah, and then when it comes and bites you on the arse,
it's not going
don't come
to.
crying
Yeah,
to us.
okay.
Well,
God,
you never know. These
you
things learn
deal
from
with
each
us
other.
talking about tools. That's tool went off
Oh,
the rails.
Elmo. So after Grok went off the rails, we now have Elmo going off the rails, and this one is hilarious. A Zionist demanding a Muppet quit his job will be fired over anti-Semitism. Semitism is pretty much peak X experience, because. Because Elmo's been posting some seriously inflammatory. There was one where he tagged Donald Trump in, and it was like release the files, child effer.
Yeah. Ronnie here seems a bit taken aback with it though, doesn't he? Resign. Resign. You should be far away from anything having to do with children. Poor Elmo. Right, moving on.
Does Ronnie not realise that Elmo's not real and this is the person taking the piss out of him?
Literally a sock puppet. Anyway, black women cannot be racist to white women. Do you not understand? How can I be racist to you? I'm black. I can't be racist. I genuinely think black people believe this.
Yeah.
I think they believe
not all of them, but...
No, but, you know, the slightly denser ones, yeah.
Well, the thing is that white people, or these media arseholes, let them get away with it.
Yeah.
Because the woke brigade are basically self-hating white people. Or self-hating liberal white people.
They are.
And as someone who's lived in Africa, I can tell you that racism is everywhere. And black people can be just as racist as Chinese people, or the Zambians have a word for white people, Muzungu. Which is what the Zambians, and that's not. That's like Gaijin or Guilo in Chinese. Nobody's telling who is campaigning for the Japanese to stop using the word Gaijin, saying it's racist.
The Japanese are freaking hilarious, especially when they do their blackface stuff, and so the Dutch when it comes to the Christmas stuff.
Pete.
Yeah, the Black Pete.
Oh, there's constant. Yeah, when I was a kid, Svarte Pete was just a fixture.
Yeah.
And now every single Christmas, you have these hand-wringing Dutch liberals that try to cancel Svarte Pete, and it's just, ultimately, the thing is that if they were equally going after everybody who was doing this, like how racist some Chinese people can be, or some Japanese people can be, or Koreans, or whoever, fundamentally, everyone is racist.
Yeah, well, of course you
because
are.
Because it's a function. Exactly. Yeah. And it's a function of, in primitive human societies, someone that wasn't part of the tribe was potentially dangerous. And so was treated with suspicion.
That's a bit uncouth, Frankie, to come in like that. Hello to you too. He says, I gave you a $5 to critique the conversation. I haven't got around to it yet because, believe it or not, the conversation is quite a hard movie to find. I managed to watch 20 minutes of it and then it disappeared. Gary Garner on the Vertical Chat says there was a study that showed India as the most racist country in the world. And
I just got it. Frankie was calling you a knobhead, and she wasn't calling. She was right. No, I got it. I thought I was being called a knob, but Sorry, Frankie.
Well,
No, so Frankie was calling you a knobhead
yeah.
rather than calling me a knob. No, that's good.
Yeah.
Just to clarify that. Yeah, I agree with you, Frankie.
Well, I'm finding it difficult to actually get a copy of it, Frankie. But if you've got one, give me a link and I'll more than happily watch it. I was looking for something to watch the other day. Anyway, as I was saying, Gary Garner says there's a study that showed India is the most racist
Such a
country in the world. And
disappointment, John.
I
you
could
really
believe
are.
that. I could believe that. Oh,
Well, yeah.
we've got an Indian thing coming up later.
But the simple fact is that it seems to be only white people that get called out for being racist.
Well, yes, of course it is, because you can't
That's
be
the thing, it's
racist
only
if
white
you've
people
got
are
any
racist.
colour about
Everyone
you.
else. Well,
I don't even think ginger people can be racist, can they?
well, no, because everyone's racist towards gingers as well, so they're a protected minority.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, Gary's basically saying the same thing as you are. Racism is innate in everyone. And of course that is to some degree or another. Yeah. Right, what was I going to talk? Oh, I was going to... When did Christian Horner get fired? Was that only Monday? Or that was only Tuesday? Christian Horner get fired from Red Bull. I suspect the Angry Dutchman, Jos Verstappen, might have had something to do with it. So, 20 years in Red Bull and he gets fired with one meeting and that was it. Boom, you're out. So, you don't follow
Oh, right,
Formula
you're
1,
talking
but,
about Formula 1
yeah,
stuff.
Formula-
Right.
but yeah, quite interesting.
No.
Anyway, yeah, I'm sure he'll do fine. Right, moving on. Carol Benjamin. Carla reminds me of a plucky Victorian girl who wants to make it big in the world of men, and so dresses up as a man to join the Navy, but ends up falling in love with her immediate superior, who is worried that he's gay, but relieved to discover that she's actually a woman. That's a movie, isn't it? I've seen that movie. I'm pretty sure I have. Carla's lovely. There's something about Carla that I find strangely appealing. I wouldn't say attractive as such, but appealing. You know, she's just so damn wholesome. I mean, she's a screwball.
So,
but
oil companies have been funding trans people's rights?
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
probably. Yeah, probably not. But, I mean, she's obviously a complete and utter psycho, like most of these women are. Call me misogynist if you will. But
Yeah, it's all in the eyes.
yeah, yeah. Look at
Well,
them.
no, it's like the mask wearing zealots during the Rona. It was all in the eyes. They all had crazy eyes. I mean, you could put a mask on her, and it would just fit perfectly.
Right. Moving on.
There you go. Frankie's sorted the movie out.
Yes,
So
I need to ask
yalla
you,
yalla, as they say in Arabic.
you need to moderate your language, Frankie, and I don't understand how that language is getting through with the the block list.
because
Anyway.
of clever spelling of words.
So this is just an ensemble. Well, there's two things here. Emma Watson banned from driving after speeding in a 30 mile zone. Big deal. Who cares?
12 points. You missed
She didn't get
out
12
the most
points.
fun
She
part.
only had 9.
Well, 9 points from fucking Gryffindor.
Yeah, 9 points from Gryffindor. Yeah, but she only got 9 because she obviously hasn't passed her license that long, so she's been banned for 6 months. Silly girl.
She got done for yeah, not just that, but she got done for doing 37 miles an hour in a 30 mile an hour zone. I mean, if you're gonna get done for speeding, be what's his name? Les Ferdinand, that got busted on the A27 out of Hove doing like 90 miles an hour or something. And he had his big sob story in front of the judge that he was stressed out and trying to get to his kids or something. But 37 miles an hour, that's embarrassing.
Oh, what was I going to say? I got stopped at the police once on my bike. Did I tell you this story? Do you want to hear it? Or can you be bored?
Is it a really long one?
No, it's not really long. It's not really long.
Go on and get it out of your
Never
system.
mind. Never mind. I'll tell you this again. Right, a group of girls said a male classmate sexually assaulted them. He was escorted from the school in shackles, charged with crime. Shackles means handcuffs. Charged with crime, spent an entire summer indoors with an ankle monitor. Finally, the girls admitted they made it up because they didn't like him, which is a V-stick here.
That's disgusting. They should have all done a night in prison or something.
Longer than a night.
They should be arrested.
They should get exactly what happened to him. Yeah.
I mean, it should be stuff like that should absolutely be a crime. It's like women who falsely accuse men of raping them.
Yes, exactly. Sarah Dodd.
I tell you what, being a teenager in 2025 must be just the most horrific experience. I mean, I hated it back in the 90s.
Remember the guys that cut down the sycamore gap tree? Well, that caused a bit of consternation on Twitter this week. So they get jailed for 4 years and 3 months over felling a tree. Sarah Dodd, and every dog has its day. Every dog has its day. Sarah Dodd, a lawyer specialising in tree law, said it was the first time in the UK that someone had been sent to prison for illegally felling a tree. Well done.
And at the same time, we have people assaulting people who do less time in prison.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell is wrong with this country?
So you're right. And I brought this up on Twitter because this is us back to we value property more than we value people. Because people get bigger sentences for stealing stuff, or for doing things like cutting down trees or whatever, or for saying hurtful words on the internet that interfere with government narratives. You get bigger sentences for that than you do for actually going out and, plunging someone. You know? And that's not right, is it? Is that right?
Collecting horrible pictures of children.
Is that right?
It's disgusting. It's not just not right. It's not just not right. It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, okay, there are dickheads for cutting down the tree, but the tree will regrow.
Yeah, well, yeah. But what I would have done if I'd been the judge, could you not sentence them to like having to work with the Forestry Commission for 2 years or something like that? Planting trees. Can you not make them do that?
Yeah.
Rather than send them to jail.
I mean, surely there are worse people. There are worse people that need those prison cells.
Yeah, there are. I mean, they're obviously idiots, but what the hell? We all do stupid things. Speaking of people doing stupid things.
Stupid things will land you in prison for years.
Yeah. Speaking of stupid things, here we go. Ashton Forbes.
Oh, God, here we go.
Ashton Forbes has spent the last 5 hours of his life arguing with Grok about his MH370 grift. He's still losing both the argument and his sanity. He then went on, right, to actually threaten people online. In fact, did I not show you one of the tweets? He was saying things like, I'll come to your house and do such and such, and I hope such and such and such and such happens. You can't do that, Ashton. You've lost it, mate. This guy has completely... He apparently tried to hit Ross Coulthard at a UFO gathering. You know how they have these... I don't know, what do they call them? Like Comic-Con for UFO enthusiasts. But anyway, he tried to rush up and hit Ross Coulthard and his security. Ross Coulthard's security stopped him. I mean, I don't like Ross Coulthard either, but I wouldn't go as far as to try that. Guy's lost it.
I'm surprised that Ashton hasn't lost his account for some of the stuff he said.
I'm surprised as well because he says some pretty vile stuff, and yet you get people that they put in like classic quotes from books and get their account blocked for violent speech or hate speech or something like that just because they've quoted something. I use the term that I'm not even going to say it on YouTube, but it's a term where, maybe if you just move the curtain slightly, a thing of light would come through the curtains. Starts with a CH, ends with a K. I got I get noted for that on Twitter for using that. That was violent or hate speech. Anyway, moving on. Psychiatry has a credibility problem. The trans issue could bury us. Once mental illness stops being a diagnosis and starts being an identity, psychiatry is finished. This is psychiatrists saying this, YouTube, not me, right? Psychiatrists will stop being doctors and start being counter staff at cosmetic psychiatry boutiques. And really, psychiatrists are actually, they're worried and they're right. But psychiatrists have always kind of had a credibility problem to a degree. Although I was listening to Jung last night.
Yeah, because it comes from the medicalization of it. I
Yeah.
think psychiatry, in terms of trying to understand the human mind and help people understand their minds, is useful. But all of because it's been co-opted by big pharma, and it's now just seen as another good reason to give people pills. Yeah, I think that they've basically done themselves by focusing too much on the pills and not enough on the patient's actual psychology. Trying to understand. Okay, you have depression, and supposedly that's a chemical imbalance, and the doctor can give you a pill that fixes that imbalance, but I mean, all of these pills have side effects, and some of them are horrific.
Yeah, some of them are. And a lot of the things that they thought they knew about psychiatry, or they're finding out, is going the other way now. Like, I think the whole chemical imbalance thing's been kind of disproven. But anyway, moving on. This guy was a hunter in Seattle, and as it said there, without reading it out, he got arrested for doing that to his own daughter. So, do you not think sometimes some of these people try too hard? You know, there's always that.
Shakespeare said it best. Methinks the lady doth protest too much, and I know he's not a lady, but well, the point is still valid. That and I this is a very dark kind of hypocrite. I mean, hypocrisy is never good, but this kind of hypocrisy is very disturbing.
Indeed, it is.
And it's there are. I mean, I don't know if there've always been this many disturbing humans in the world, or it's just because we find out about them more now because of the internet.
I think there's always been a certain degree of it, but we find out about everything now. That's a problem.
So and the modern world just seems to bring out the worst in people.
It's not even that brings out the worst in it. It's what happens is your perception of crime goes through the roof because you're getting bombarded with it daily. I mean, 24-hour news cycles got a lot to answer for.
Not just that, but it's also the algorithms, because when you interact with stories like this, for whatever reason, it'll show you more and more of them.
Yeah, you do. Right. So, husband 38 lay dead in council toilet for 6 days before he was found. Well, hold on a minute. First of all, this is disgusting. Don't the council clean their toilets in their own buildings? Well, they probably do, but if you're a cleaner and somebody's in the toilet and they've locked the door and you can see the legs and they're not answering, well, would you even talk to them anyway? Would you just think, okay, I'll come back tomorrow or whatever? And, you know, it might take you a wee while to twig that it's the same pair of legs.
You would think that after, I mean, would it take 6 days for the smell to, I mean, how long does it take before, you're a former policeman, how long does it take for a cadaver to start
They're in a
stinking?
toilet, mate. They're in a toilet. You expect a degree of smell.
Yeah, but there's a difference between the smell of poo and the smell of death.
Well, well, maybe not quite as much as you think. Especially when the bowels go.
Alrighty then.
Right, okay.
Well, I guess if the toilet had one of those air freshener thingies in it that squirts off every like half an hour or whatever, so it would probably kind of cover the smell on that.
Why wasn't his wife? Why did she not even phone his work and say, "Look, has he logged in or whatever?" You know. It's just a bit weird. But 38's a bit young to be. Well, I can't say any more. Let's move on. So this was posted on Reddit, I believe. My husband wants me to give up fixing our marriage. Hi everyone, I was here a little over a week ago. I posted that my husband said he's going to leave me if I don't clean the house. Post. Well, he left me. Hey, fair warning, fair do. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I don't get where the headline comes from. My husband wants me to give up fixing. I don't understand that bit, but this person's clear. I mean,
because she's obviously focused on herself. She's a narcissist. Anyway, yeah, it's just a funny one, mate, in the middle of nowhere. Right. If you leave Earth at the age of 15 in a spaceship at the speed of light and spend 5 years in space, when you go back to Earth, you will be 20 years old, and all your friends who were 15 when you left will be 65 years old. This phenomenon is known as time dilation in physics. It doesn't matter. You can't travel at that speed. It's a completely fucking thought experiment. So Neil deGrasse Tyson is just blowing smoke up his own ass again.
Well, how is that any different from any other bloody day? I mean, was this? I mean, it's frankly, I don't even know why you included a slide with that idiot on it anyway. I mean, I'm surprised there's no Bill Nye one to go along with it.
I haven't seen much from Bill Nye these days.
Good.
Oh.
It's the fact that it's people like Neil deGrasse Tyson. They're just gatekeepers for they're like Flint Dibble. They're just science gatekeepers.
They are.
And they make it sound like they're all open-minded
like
and
Brian Cox.
Want to explore. But him big time. But as soon as you step outside of the agreed narrative, suddenly they become all shirty.
Yeah. I actually did see a tweet about Bill Nye this week, and it was a picture of Bill Nye and Dolph Lundgren, and it said, unbelievable as Dolph Lundgren is actually more qualified to be called a scientist than Bill Nye, because Bill Nye's got a degree in engineering, right? Dolph Lundgren's got a bachelor's degree in chemistry, or another degree in chemical engineering, a master's in physics or something like that, and he's got a PhD as well. So Dolph Lundgren is quite an educated chap.
Yeah, big time. I was really surprised with that one, actually.
Yeah.
Which probably explains why I haven't seen him in that many films since Rocky.
Yeah. So BBC Scotland, despite it costing 200 million a year or whatever, is watched by less than 1 in 8. That's not a good use of money.
Look, the BBC is not a good use of money. Period. End of story.
It used to be, though. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that the BBC was churning out good stuff. You know, even back in 2015, 2016, the BBC was still making some pretty good stuff.
I used to listen to their news output. I used to watch their stuff on TV. And then 5 years ago, particularly, I mean, they were always a bit of a disappointment since 9/11.
Yeah, yeah.
You could still tolerate them. And in the last 5 years, I just don't have any tolerance for them anymore.
Yeah. This is a cracker. Stephen.
Let me do this one.
Go on.
Boy, I hit a nerve with that Epstein post. The list is like UFOs. Everyone knows someone who's seen one. The big difference between Epstein's Island and a UFO is you've never been on a UFO, Stephen. Oh, that's one of my favorite posts on X for the whole week.
Yeah, and he's become suddenly from I hate Trump. He's he's now on his side going, you know, Epstein files on nothing. You know, just ignore them.
But Stephen King is one of those people who made a massive song and dance about leaving X when Musk bought it, and he spent about 4 months on Blue Sky, and then came crawling back. Well, I'd say with his tail between his legs, but
Well, he
not.
didn't. Musk paid for his blue tick.
Well, that goes back ages, but he still left for Blue Sky. He still did
Did
a
he
rage
actually
quit.
still leave? He has an oddball.
Yeah, no, he did a rage quit, and then he came back, and everyone was like, "Oh, you're back again."
Oh, I can't stand the guy. He can't write an ending either. Right, moving on. This is quite good. During a company event at a Coldplay concert, I offered my head of HR a Murray mint, which she accepted. While singing along to Yellow, she accidentally swallowed the mint, and I was forced to perform the Heimlich maneuver just as the Jumbotron camera focused on us.
These two are never going to live this one down, and the number of memes that people, even just in the few hours since this one broke, the number of memes that people have come up with for this one is absolutely superb.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's busted.
Yeah, busted on national TV. Right.
And the thing is that if they'd not reacted, if they just kind of just left it, the Jumbotron would have moved away from them. But they just attracted the attention.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it'll be interesting to see. We should check back on these two next week to see what happened.
Rabbit Leader 2030. Coldplay made 2 singles at that concert. Yeah, good one. A bushfire near.
There was a brilliant tweet from I don't think I sent it to you, but Spinal Tap put out a great tweet saying, "Don't worry, we don't have jumbo." What was it? Let me just find it.
Anyway, bushfire near Area 51. Fake scientists immediately go live saying, "Is it a psyop? Is it aliens? Are they covering up a failed aircraft?" No, it's a brush fire. Jeez, oh man! I mean, it was like the first thing I saw. A big
fire like that anywhere near a sensitive government site, and you can just guarantee that people are gonna.
I know they went nuts, absolutely nuts. It was all over Twitter briefly. Oh, right, I am melting. Have you found that?
Slides got left.
Right. Speaking of,
yeah, just give me a minute.
Speaking of brush fires, imagine that's what would have happened if this proposal hadn't gone well. Pilot proposes to girlfriend mid-flight in heartwarming video. My co-pilot of love and life. Imagine if she said no. Can you imagine watching them walk back to the cockpit? No. Let somebody else fly the plane.
Oh, he goes back to the cockpit, and he's so completely distraught. He decides to crash the plane into the ground.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Imagine if she'd said no.
I found that Spinal Tap tweet.
Right, okay, give us it.
Yeah, they said to the spouses who found out they're being cheated on via the Coldplay Jumbotron, sorry to hear that. Come and see Spinal Tap. We promise. No Jumbotrons, just ear damage and emotional closure.
Spinal.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, right, moving on. Oh, I've lost my mouse. Where's my mouse?
There's a moose loose about the hoose.
No, there's not. That's all right. Here we go. Beware! Street robbers are targeting phone users in this area, and of course, the immediate thing is, what's wrong with this picture? And of course, I said immediately it should be a black person holding the phone because it's them that are the victims, isn't it?
Well, if you've been to Southwark,
yeah.
But the skin color of both of them is pretty much wrong.
Yeah, I know, but that's just what I'm saying. Just what I'm saying. Right, moving on. Speaking of thieves, this is Adobe. You know, Adobe charge you an early cancellation fee if you cancel their leased software early, right? How can they do this? You know, this guy, do I cancel 4 days early just for the bit? This is awesome. I love the way you guys operate because, like, the audacity is insane. You'll be charged an early cancellation fee of $419.94 if you cancel your subscription 4 days early. And no, you can't do that. That's just crazy.
Bastards.
Adobe are.
I mean, I miss it. I
thieves.
miss the days of buying a piece of software. Yeah, I miss the days of buying a piece of software. You download it, and okay, you pay for it, and then you've got it. And this
Well,
whole subscription model is
see,
bonkers, but
that's
this
why
is just next level.
that's why I went with Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve. You pay once, and that's it. And it's only recently. I mean, I've had it since what? I bought the Speed Editor keyboard, so I actually got the software for nothing, right? So normally you pay 300 quid for the software. I got the software for nothing because I bought it with the Speed Editor keyboard, which was 250 quid. So I only paid 250 quid for the keyboard, and the software's there, and it's updated free every every couple of months. It gets an update, and it's gone from version 16, I think, when I got it, to right up, or maybe even 15, and it's now right up at version 20 odd. And you haven't had to pay a thing, and it's only now that Blackmagic are starting to say we might have to charge for updates in the future. But that's pretty good service from a software company, because it has come on.
Well, I mean, I can
leaps and
understand
bounds.
them,
It's
'cause
amazingly good.
I mean, ultimately, software does need to be paid for, and you can do it as long as the subscription model is reasonable. You can, or you give users the choice between a flat fee or a subscription model.
Yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, something like this is just piss taking.
Oh, Adobe are they're scum. They really are.
Oh, they're bastards.
Yeah, they are. They're scum. I mean, there's being fair, and then there's being ridiculously overpriced. Speaking about being fair, here's BBC sacked MasterChef host Jean Tarot after using the N-word twice while singing along to Kanye West's song during after-works drinks. Now, I believe this happened something like 8 years ago, and he's been sacked.
I mean,
now.
I don't watch much.
Now, the thing is, you know what? Black people, and I'm speaking to black people here, if you don't want white people to use that word, don't fucking use it yourself. It's quite simple, is it not?
And don't, certainly don't turn it into songs.
Exactly. But
I mean,
even better, Ed. If you don't want to hear it, don't use it yourself. End of story. Because it's not big and it's not clever, no matter who's saying it.
But it's also just the bloody BBC. I mean, they're so.
Yeah.
I don't know. We both have a very, very, very low opinion. I mean, my opinion of the BBC is so low they'd have to try very hard to disappoint me. But it's just a standard woke bollocks.
They are trying.
They really are very trying.
Yeah. Right, moving on. Why are these guys so... I laughed out loud when I saw this one today. I laughed out loud. Why are these guys
sandwich I give
so funny? I mean, it's
literally
what?
Where did they get the? And he's trying to look all scary, and it's not scary. It just looks really creepy and weird. And your average 16-year-old girl could probably knock him out.
I laughed out loud when I saw it. I really did. And then
they take themselves so seriously.
And here's one for you, Ray. The propaganda coming out of Gaza has got bad again. Right. Right. Check this guy. Palestinians are starving to death, so are now forced to eat sand and asking you to donate. Yeah, he does. He looks like he's fucking starving, all right. I'm eating what bullshit? Eating sand? Nobody eats sand. Even if you're starving, you don't eat sand. Freaking idiots. And
the
he's got a long way to go before he starves. He's got a long. Hang
on. Have you not heard about the Haitian mud pies?
That's not sand. That's not sand. And they sell that. That's edible mud.
Mud is just wet sand. What the fuck?
No, it's not. It's clay.
That's. I mean, that's you're splitting the hair pretty
It's clay.
thin there.
It's completely different. and they eat it because there are minerals in it. They do. You should know that coming from Africa. Fuck's sake. There's nothing like a bit of dirt for getting your minerals.
Oh. I've never met a Zambian that ate dirt.
Asians are smarter though, aren't they? The Chinese woman he got her 20 boyfriends to buy her 20 iPhones, then sold them to make a down payment on a house.
Which both, I mean, that kind of is a testament to what their Chinese housing market is like. Because if you can, I mean, even if the phone is the equivalent of $1,000, there's 20 of them, $20,000.
I thought you were
where in the UK could you put a down payment on a house for 20k?
Yeah, but the housing market in the UK is just screwed. But I thought you were going to be misogynistic against women there when you said that's just testament to. Anyway.
No, you're the misogynist.
Yes, I am. Oh, you got a nice house in Sweden for 20 grand. I mean, not just a down payment. You'd get a nice house in Sweden for 20 grand. Seriously?
Yeah, probably north of the Arctic Circle where nobody else lives.
No, about halfway up. I tell you, I was tempted and nearly bought it. Because it came with it was a house. It came with a wood-fired central heating system. It had its own wood store. It came with a barn, a garage, a tool shed, the wood store, and they also were throwing in the wood cutting devices and log splitters and things. And there was a snowmobile in the barn. Fucking, I was tempted. 14 grand. And it had 5 acres of 5
When was
acres.
This?
When? This was during COVID when I was touring Sweden.
When? What year?
Yeah, this was during COVID when I was touring Sweden.
Not that long ago. I thought you were going to say the 90s.
No, 2022. Right. Do you remember the Wonder Years? Did you ever watch it? Fred Savage and the little girl and this guy. What the fuck happened?
What happened to the weirdo?
He turned into Marilyn Manson. That's creepy as hell. I mean, the other
he
two.
turned into something that's not quite human.
It looks like something out of Stranger Things. It's bizarre. I mean, the other two look like who they were. He's just like, whoa, what happened to him? That's just strange. Sometimes time is not.
She got kind of hot.
Yeah.
Well, that's plastic surgery and leaving lots of nonsense.
That's just wrong on so many levels, mate. That's just wrong. Right, let's move on. Oh God. Tiki Watiti is tackling Judge Dredd movie in hot package hitting Hollywood. Get to fuck. He's going to direct another Judge Dredd.
Oh, for crying out loud! And yet another bloody remake.
Yeah, but I can't stand this guy. I cannot stand this guy. Ever since I saw him in that Free Guy. Do you remember? Did you ever watch Free Guy? Ryan Gosling. He was a avatar in a computer. I was an NPC, and he was one of the creators of the program. He was an arsehole. He's really.
Didn't he direct one or more of the Thor movies?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's directed some
because that purple
and he's annoying.
Because I think that one of the superhero characters. No, not Thor. Guardians of the Galaxy. Was it?
No, I thought they were all.
Anyway,
James
but
Gunn,
I'm sure he's done at least 1 or 2 Marvel movies.
Yeah, he has because he screwed it up. Anyway, moving on. Right, this guy's he's a lovely guy, isn't he? Coffee shop. People next to me are.
I found this one today.
Yeah, go on then.
Coffee shop. People next to me are loud and rude. They just found the perfect name for their new business. I just bought the domain name.
That's
That's
just
such a
arsehole behaviour.
it really is. But that, I mean, it depends on how loud and rude they were in a coffee shop. And also, if you're gonna brainstorm ideas like
Don't do it in
that,
a coffee shop.
don't do it in public.
Yeah, never say domain names out. In fact, if I'm thinking of something and I've thought of a domain name, I won't even search for it until I'm ready to buy it.
Mm.
Because if it's not there and it's already bought, that's fine. But if you search for it and then go back 10 minutes later, I'll guarantee the price has gone up or it's been sold.
Yeah.
It always happens, always. So never go for your domain name until you're ready to buy. Right. Speaking of domain names.
I had one client. Speaking of domain names, I had one client who stupidly missed a renewal email, and they let their domain expire, and it was bought by one of those sitting companies who then tried to charge them $150,000 for it.
What?
Yeah, suffice it to say, the client changed their domain name.
Yeah.
But it was only the suffix as well. It went from .net to .com. So
that's a nightmare if you've got a lot of people, a lot of customers that rely on that website. Obviously, they didn't.
No, they did.
It's
all. Yeah, but it was all internal. They weren't getting a lot of business from the actual internet. So, but yeah, no, it was about 2 weeks of bloody nightmares.
Oh, yeah, it would be. Right, yeah, it did look like Marilyn Manson, didn't it? I told you that. Anyway, ever thought of going to Kansas, Ed?
Kansas?
Yeah, because apparently Kansas City welcomes...
Remind me, is weed legal in Kansas?
Kansas City welcomes 25 million visitors annually.
Oh, spelling is so important. This is why the education system is it matters. Spelling matters. School matters. Stay in school, kids.
Stay in school, kids. Yep. Don't leave early. Not that you can anymore in England, apparently.
And also be a little bit careful. You might want to pre-lube before you get to Kansas City, just in case.
People didn't get this. I thought this was fucking hilarious. Right? Depluralize a film. I'll start. Jaw. Fair enough. A Crow on the Orient Express. Fucking...
Well...
And then people just didn't even recognize that this guy was actually a fucking pocket genius. Was he not?
Well, no, because technically murder is a collective noun, not...
Oh, don't be such a dick.
Well, if we get...
It's a plural for a group of crows. For more than one crow, is it not?
No, crow and crows.
Yeah, well, okay, but it's a plural. It's a plural of some kind. Don't be such an arsehole. You fucking hell, man. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's a tough crowd tonight, people. Have you hit that like button? Have you thought of donating beyond the people that normally do? You know, you people out there lurking. I know you. I see you. I can see you. I'll come for you one day. I'll come for you.
Oh, look, don't start threatening the bloody audience.
Yeah.
Jesus, that never ends well. Maybe that's why they don't actually like the show, because you keep threatening them.
You know what? If they didn't like the show, what the fuck are you doing here? Why are you here if you don't like the show? It's kicking off, says Rabbit Leader 2030. It sure is, mate. Here we go. Right, this guy was on bleating about this. This is the first world problem to end all first world problems, right? So words cannot describe how much I hate the Samsung Frame Pro TV. It's the biggest pile of garbage I've purchased in years, and I will literally stop buying Samsung products because I have zero confidence in their ability to do literally anything correctly. So this guy has this TV, which is in a frame, right? Now, the first question when I saw this was, what the fuck were you thinking, mate? Right? What the fuck were you thinking? And secondly...
Well, supposedly they display pictures. I've got a friend who has one.
Yeah, but look at the fucking frame. Look at the frame. Would you hang that on your wall?
Well, yeah.
Oh, fuck me. And I rest my case, because the next thing I was thinking was, there's obviously not a woman in this household. Right? Secondly, There's a box. There's a just wait. Just control yourself until I've finished. There's a box which he has on the other side of the door frame that everything plugs into, so as he can have. I assume that line on the wall is his sound bar, right, or something, because he says, the line to connect to the sound bar comes out the box on the other side of the door frame, and I'm thinking, hold on a minute, why is this? Why has he put the box on the other side of the door frame when there's a chair in the corner there, and we all know what that's for, don't we, people? But anyway, there's a chair in the corner there that he could have hidden the box behind. So he didn't need to put it on the other side of the door frame. But apparently the soundbar will not connect to the TV wirelessly or Bluetoothly, which I find hard to believe, right? I think the guy's obviously an idiot, but he went on and on bleating about this. And then secondly, Samsung screens are shit. Don't buy Samsung TVs. They're shit. If you want a good TV, buy a Sony. Yes, you'll pay for it, but they are fucking good TVs. Oh, they used to be. Right, now you may speak.
I just moving on.
Oh, you've
I don't understand why someone would buy. I mean, well, no, I mean, apart from anything else, it's completely not in keeping with his decor.
No, it's not. It's horrible.
I mean, I suppose you could have if you had a sort of oldie-fashioned room that had other.
If you lived in a castle,
framed pictures.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's like one of those novelty things that never ends well.
Yeah, I think you're right, my man. I think you're right. Somebody phoned my wife today from Coleraine, County Down or whatever, because it came up on the phone, and she answered it. It was obviously a scammer, but she answered it in an Irish accent and kept it going. Kept the Irish accent going all the way through the conversation. She's going, I don't know what you're saying there, Richard, at all. Yeah. It's like fucking. I just found it funny, but anyway, yeah. Right.
Well, she must have a decent sense of humour to put up with you.
Yeah, sometimes you just. Sometimes I just have to stay lying low. Right, I've lost my fucking mouse again. I charged the mouse before the show as well.
Well, yeah, because if you put a foot wrong, she probably punches you in the face. So.
Yes. Right, can I read this out? Can I read this one? I know you sent it, but can I read it?
Go on then.
Today, while astral projecting, I summoned Putin to try and weaken him so our hexing spells would work better. He's so fucking powerful. I'm not at a power level to do this alone. I barely escaped with my life, and I'm spiritually injured to a great amount. But I think I'll make it. I can't imagine what he would do to a new, unsuspecting witch. I'm scared that I will have to face him again soon if I ever want to continue astral projecting. I'm currently burning healing incense and drawing spiritual energy from my crystals to try and heal as quickly as possible. Please be safe, everyone. Putin is much stronger than I first imagined, and we'll have to do this together if we want to slay a new Austrian painter. Fucking nutter.
You know what I think is fun is that because they put the full stop in, it then capitalized the P in Putin, which must have then they didn't spot that because they always love spelling Russia and Putin without the capitalization.
Yeah,
this is just naffo. I mean, seriously, this is what you call peak cope.
That's absolute nuts, isn't it?
And but I mean, the naffos they're all going mental because they just can't. They're getting to a point where they can't twist anything or make it sound like things are better than they are because it's just they're not.
Nick Readers said this is why we need psychiatrists.
Yeah, and psychiatric meds, definitely. Possibly also lobotomies and electroshock therapy.
Oh, fucking hell. I say one thing about Ireland and I'm corrected instantly by David Nolan. You bastard. Right, anyway, moving on. Me and the
Me
wife
and my
used
wife
to,
used to
yeah.
take ecstasy and lick cocaine off each other's genitals. Today we had a heated argument because I lied to the dog. Life comes at you fast.
Oh, thank you, David. Thank you.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah, some people should really not tweet.
yeah. He's got a point, though. Life does catch up on you fast, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it really does. Yeah, it really does. But don't do drugs, kids. Drugs are
Don't do
bad.
drugs.
Okay.
Drugs are bad. 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 Right. Let's pause for a moment and appreciate the fact that the most famous novel on propaganda will be rewritten to conform to modern propaganda. Huh? George Orwell's estate approves retelling 1984 from a woman's point of view. What? Wait, why? What, is there not women in 1984?
But-
yeah. Well, why does it need to be retold?
George Orwell's estate should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, they should. They should. They should. That's
I mean,
just disgraceful.
I cannot imagine for 1 second that George Orwell would be happy with this.
It's completely nuts.
But then I can't imagine he'd be very happy with very much in the year 2025.
Would he be happy with this said? Well, you sent this to me. This isn't one of my finds. This is one of Ed's. Would he be happy with this, mate?
Which one's this one? Hang on, I've got to catch. Oh, yeah, this Italian cops look like futuristic gay NAZIs. And they do. They really do.
That's freaking ridiculous. Look at the state of them.
There's like some serious BDSM stuff going on there. It's like BDSM with guns.
Yeah. I have to ask though, what the fuck is the woman facing the wall doing in the background?
I have no idea.
That's
a very good question. I hadn't spotted her.
Nobody stands that close to a wall, surely, unless you've got
Maybe
something
there's
to
a
read.
drinking fountain there or something.
Well, maybe, yeah. Maybe she's having a fly pee. Anyway, moving on. I thought that was a good one, Ed. They do look like freaking...
Yeah,
they do. They look
They
like
really
time
do.
cops. India today. Mumbai man with upset stomach falls to death from 18th floor while defecating. 52-year-old man with an upset stomach fell to his death from the 18th floor of a building on Sunday while defecating from the edge of a shaft near a lift. India. The smell of it.
How? Just
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing that they have nuclear weapons in the space program and they still have sanitation issues.
It's not peculiar to just India.
But what possesses you to have? Well, what? Why would you even do that? I mean, you're 18
you've
floors
got
up,
the
and you
runs.
need to answer the call of nature.
Yeah.
And so you get. I mean, there's no part of this story that makes any logical sense.
Apart from the fact it's India. It completely
Apart
makes
from the fact
sense if you place it in India. You know that Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia, doesn't have a functioning. Well, I'll take the word functioning out. It doesn't have a sewer system. Did you know
Doesn't
that?
it?
There is no sewer
I didn't know
system
that.
in Riyadh.
So what, they
Every
all just have
house has
septic tanks?
every house has to make its own arrangements. That's
Hell.
nuts. That's nuts.
That's
you-
bonkers.
I mean, how many people live in Riyadh? There are millions and millions of people. Being a septic tank sucker outer person in Riyadh must be a money winner.
They're probably some of the richest people in the whole
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
But how do they do that with skyscrapers? I mean, you need a big septic tank to deal with the amount of waste from a skyscraper.
This is going to shock you a bit here. France is pretty similar, right? France is a big country. Okay, and it's not all linked up because I mean where I lived in France was a village, and it was on the local lines and whatever, and was plumbed in. But we had some friends who lived in a smaller village, and they thought they were on the sewer system, and they weren't. They had a septic tank for the entire village. So I can only imagine that's how Dubai does it with the skyscrapers. It's crazy when you think about it.
Must be.
But yeah, that France is very
The
similar
size of
because
those
it's
septic
so
tanks must be just off the charts.
yeah. I mean, when we first went to France, we stayed in a house that we were babysitting a house. The people had got stuck in Australia. They couldn't get back because of COVID, and we were looking after their house and their dog. So we got to stay in the house rent free for 6 months or something. It was 5 acres of garden, which part of the deal was I would cut it. They had 2 lawnmowers. Sean and I used to cut it. I would use the one that would just cut the grass, and he would come behind on the one that had the picker-upper bit, and he would run over, they would stagger it, and we'd run about like farmers, doing the harvest. It would take us 2 days to cut the grass, right? That, like to read this last where, that was down in Vienne, south, kind of southwestish. So yeah. So we were. This is my son, for fuck's sake, mate. Can you calm down? We were down in Vienne, and they had a septic tank, and part of the stuff was they had a pond where the overflow would go into, and you had to be careful because sometimes the pond would get to the point where it was nearly going to go to overflow if it rained a lot, and you had to pump it out. It's crazy. Yeah, it was kind of hotish. Nick, to read us 40 C during the summer wasn't unheard of. The good point was, though, the grass stopped growing at that. It just goes brown and stops. It comes back because it rains. Well, it doesn't rain that much, but it does. It rains enough for the place to be green. And it's so flat, but so empty. Because it was during COVID, and we had a 10-kilometer restriction on where we were allowed to go to get provisions, and the nearest shop was 16 kilometers away. So nonsense, absolutely nonsense. It was a dry heat, much easier to cope with, although the flies are horrendous. We used to get these things from England, of all places, which were like plastic bags, and you hung them in a tree and filled them with some water, and they had stuff in it, and it attracted the flies, and the flies would go in and couldn't get back out. And these bags would just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and there would be a layer this deep of dead flies in it. But it was fantastic. You hung them away from the house, and the flies just loved them and kept it away from the house, and really, really controlled them, because absolute nightmare if you didn't have that kind of thing. Right, moving on. Sorry, boring people with stories of France. The LGBTQ plus community are calling the Japanese transphobic. Well, they probably are. Pardon me, for their depiction of trans people in anime. Are they that far off the mark?
What trans people look like.
That's what I'm saying. Are they that far off the
not
mark?
All.
Yeah.
Oh, I just look. They have this kind of warped view of each other somehow. The whole stunning and brave thing. It's not.
Yeah.
You're a bloke in a dress. I mean, come on. You look
You know,
at some
and
of
we've
them, and it's
always
just
had
like, oh,
these-
can you tell that?
We've always had these people, right? They've just never been in your face as much. But I mean, when I was working in Glasgow in the 90s, there was this guy called Judith who used to cycle around Pollock, and he would come into Govan during the football. For some reason, he would always come into Govan when the football match was on and cycle around and stop and talk to us when we're sitting there in our cars. And it's like, the guy was so effeminate. He was dressed in lycra. He rode a bike. He called himself Judith. And
I live in Brighton. This place has always been full of trannies.
Yeah, but this is
Nobody gave a
this is
shit.
Ibrox, mate. This is Ibrox in Glasgow, you know. But nobody gave him a hard time as such. He just, it's fucking Judith, you know.
The thing is that when it was just blokes wearing dresses and prancing around either on stage or wherever, that's all well and good. But
Yeah.
once they actually start trying to demand the same rights as women, instead of acknowledging the fact that they're a bloke in a dress,
Yeah.
and somehow thinking that you can, I mean, you can't even really say it because you end up getting yourself into all
Yeah, I know.
sorts of trouble.
I know. It's kind of crazy, and nobody, you know what? Nobody has a big deal about it. If you keep yourself to yourself or keep yourself into your own community, nobody cares. It's only when
It's
you
like Dame
shove it
Edna
in other
Everage.
people's faces, or shove it in people, or shove it in kids' faces, or shove it into schools, then people really start to get annoyed, you know? But other than that, nobody cares. So, you know, why not let things go, people? You know, and when I say let things go, I'm not talking to us. I'm talking to the people that are keep pushing it in our face. Just leave it go. Just let it go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they'd have an easier life, and they would have less prejudice
we all would, mate.
if they weren't so bloody full on.
Yeah.
I mean, just do your thing, wear your dress, go to the pub, go on stage, do whatever you want to do, but stay the fuck away from schools and kids and libraries.
driving down Shawlands one night, I think, and we stopped this car, a Volkswagen Golf, in front of us with a Duff tail light. Pulled it over, walks up, and there's this guy driving it, dressed in this flowery dress. You know, he's a skinny guy, and he's got the tights on and these black shoes and everything, and he's sitting there holding the steering wheel, and he's got long hair, and he goes, because I've stopped you because you've got a defective tail light. Did you know? And he goes, no, I didn't, officer. I'm terribly sorry. I goes, have you got your driving license there? And he goes, yes. And he hands his driving license across. And he goes, well, Stephen. Because that's what his driving license said. So I just thought it was quite funny. I thought it was funny. Don't fucking bother laughing, Ed. Are you listening to me still? Ed!
No. I switched off. I was on Twitter.
Fucking hell, man.
Well, you were just blabbering again.
I was telling you a story about... Oh, never mind. You see what I've got to put up with, people? See what I've really got to put up with? Stunning and brave, yeah.
Oh, you have to put up with it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's a struggle, mate. Right, there's the fucking race gone now. Right, here we go.
You keep losing your moose.
Oh, this is a classic. The heat has gone finally. Canton House Chippy and
What's
Chinese.
this one?
The heat has gone finally. You guys can't have sex tonight. Don't forget to order Chinese too. No one have Chinese last week. I nearly go bankrupt. Absolutely shameless, and I love it. It's absolutely brilliant, ain't it? I nearly go bankrupt. You know my Chinese.
That is the strangest looking Chinese meal I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's not right, mate. It's not right. It's not right. Yeah.
I mean that's like 2 slaps of noodles, some sort of sauce, a bunch of chips and some dumplingy
I
fried.
think it's noodles on the left
I
and
don't even
rice
know what
on
the
the
hell they
right.
are.
Is it? With bean sprouts in the middle,
And it's in a
dividing
pizza
them.
box.
Yeah, no, it's not right, mate. It's not
This
right.
is not. I don't know if this is a this is a northern thing, but this
It's
is not
not a
how
Scottish thing.
Chinese is served down south.
It's probably some kind
mean,
of
we get-
Chinese munchie box thing that's been to compete with the, the 3-in-1s or whatever you call them. You know those ones that do the kebab houses. We call them 3-in-1s. I don't know why.
Yeah, but okay. So the postcode is M11. That's like Manchester, isn't it?
Oh well, there you go. That just explains it.
Well, that would kind of explain it.
I think that explains it.
But seriously, if you're from north of London, can you confirm if this is the standard method of serving Chinese takeaways?
It's not in Scotland. Definitely not.
Because I mean, even in the pizza, well, surely that whole pizza box would just disintegrate under the weight of all of the bloody grease.
Oh no! Have you never seen a munchie box from?
I mean, you'd be lucky to get.
Oh, but have you never seen a munchie box from the 3-in-1? Oh, and I've got pictures of them because I
What
used
is
to.
a munchie box from a 3-in-1?
Oh yeah. Oh, you get kebab meat, pakora, chips, cheese, chicken chat. It's absolutely mental.
That is much too schizophrenic for me. If I order a Chinese, I want Chinese. If I order a kebab, I want a kebab.
Oh no,
I don't want a weird Chinese kebab curry thing.
Munchie boxes are quite good actually, but I'll show you. I'll see if I can find a picture and I'll send it to you. Yeah. I mean, some of the people on there must have heard of munchie boxes or had munchie boxes. I know Ben had never seen one. I think
Matthew in the
yeah, picked up off the floor and shoved in a pizza box.
I think Matthew in the chat has got it. That's pretty much what it looks like.
We're nearly there, mate. We're nearly there.
And also, if he's serving Chinese like that, then he probably deserves to go bankrupt.
Oh, come on, it was a joke.
Because it's not appetizing.
0161. That is Manchester, isn't it? Oh, it is. Old Ashton Old Road. I bet he did deliver here though. Right. Anyway, moving on. Oh, so I was gonna adapt this, but I couldn't be bothered. Fuck off, Nick, to read this. Some of the best chefs are Scottish, don't you know? Do you know there's 13 restaurants in Glasgow with at least one Michelin star? 13. That's not bad for a city that's only got a population of 500,000. So, mild or not, everything is a labyrinth of dark conspiracy. You think it was if you were on Twitter all the time, though, wouldn't you?
Truth is out there.
You know what?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I've been doing over the last few days is digging into my email and trying to move it and get it working with multiple domains from a virtual private server that blocks port 25. But I've been doing that, Ed, and you know what? I think it's been great for my mental health. Not from the fact that I've been frustrated and unable to finish it yet, although it was working last night when I went to bed, but not this morning once I added the third domain. But apart from that, I haven't spent much time on Twitter because of it. Because I've been working, and it makes a difference.
And you'll get a massive sense of accomplishment when you actually do figure it out.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, Twitter is a cesspit. You have to take breaks. You can't. I mean, the state of the world is so absolutely insane that if you're not taking time out to just focus on other things, then it's not healthy.
Indeed it is. So we've got 3 slides left, mate. So we're nearly there. I'll tell you, it's been a warm one. Right. Sussex residents report bad smell.
We didn't actually. I didn't notice it, but whole sections of the south coast. Yeah, and my response to this tweet was, so what's the difference? Not everybody likes garlic and mushrooms, but it wasn't. There was some sort of gas plant in France that
Oh,
had
it
a
was
leak,
from
and
France,
yeah, no, there was some sort of
and it
massive
wasn't
gas
cheese.
leak from no, no, it was actual gas, but it had all of the, because people were phoning up the gas networks and stuff
Oh,
like
right.
that. Everyone's scrambling around looking for gas leaks, and it was coming from France.
Cool. Right, moving
So,
on. My desire to be well informed is currently at odds with my desire to remain sane.
as we were talking about a minute ago.
Yeah, well, exactly. And you know what, people? I think that's a good one to take on board. Did I just say take on board? Good grief. Sorry. Sorry. I think I slipped back into the kind of 90s PowerPoint.
They're words to live by.
But yeah, I think it is one to take cognizance of and to
And
think
sometimes
about.
you don't need to know everything that's going on,
No,
because
you
all of the
don't.
stupidity will still be there when you get back.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't need to live in total ignorance, but I've always said, Ed, I've always said that sometimes it must be nice to be not that intelligent, that you're content. You know what I mean? Because I've never been content.
I don't know. I'd rather know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that my mother always said to me when I was a kid. You think too much. I'm like, I'm sorry. How do I? Can you explain to me how I'm supposed to think less? I mean, am I supposed to not think? So how do you not think? It's like,
No,
do you have
I'm
a
not.
switch?
Yeah, but I'm not asking you to do it. What I'm saying is, if you were, just slightly thicker, that you didn't pick up on all these things, it might be quite a nice feeling, because you wouldn't have the struggle that us more awake or more. I mean, I hesitate to say more intelligent, but we probably are. Um, you know, I,
But this
but
is why we do this show every Friday.
yeah,
This is like my desire to do All In is kind of runs parallel to my ability to stay sane.
yeah. Harold's, I think, having a dig at me here because I did say something about internal monologues at one point. Because how can you not have an internal monologue? I don't understand that.
Me neither.
I really don't. Because even when I'm not talking, I'm still talking. You know, you know
Well,
what I
you
mean?
basically never shut up.
It's still in there. It's still in there telling me things.
Well, this is how I mean, sometimes you get yourself into all sorts of trouble, but then it always gets you out of the trouble in the end anyway. So
Yeah, it maybe does. Right,
but
we've
I
only
don't
got
know
one
how
slide
people do
left.
it.
Is there anything else you want to pick up?
Yeah, no. Well, I've just spotted something while I was
Mhm.
distracted on Twitter a minute ago from
Yeah, why you were ignoring me?
So Kit Clarenberg's just posted, this was this is about an hour ago. Interesting that the FT and the Spectator, within hours of each other, have published unprecedentedly damning and almost identical articles about Zelensky, his authoritarian rule, and how his government and the public have lost faith in him. He's 100% toast.
Yeah, okay, Kit.
So
Thanks for pointing that out. So what he's saying basically is that the narrative is starting to turn against little v.
yep.
Yeah, and it was always going to happen. It's
The
just
curse of
taken
Zelensky
longer
was
than I
always going
thought.
to get Zelensky worse than anybody else.
It's taken longer than I thought.
Me too.
I really thought it would have happened sooner, but I think
It's going to be so satisfying watching him go down. I'm sorry, I just can't stand the little bastard.
yeah. What I can't get is the people that are still have their head in the sand, and they're still banging the drum and sounding the trumpets. And I mean, how can you how can you actually not see what's happening? That's the thing I don't get.
Well, it's willful blindness. They don't want to see it because they've wrapped up so much of their own self-worth in this whole big fight against the big bad Russians, that they can't even contemplate that they were wrong. I mean, it's cognitive dissonance
That is, yeah.
on just a gigantic scale.
Yeah.
And I would kind of feel more sorry for them if most of them weren't such complete and utter dicks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I mean, watching NAFO finally melt down and watching all those NAFO idiots finally realize that it's game over, it's going to be one of my most satisfying moments of the last 5 years.
Yeah. It's strange, isn't it? How a lot of people just, they have a view and they will not budge from it regardless, and they can't see. They can't see the other side. I mean, it's like the Houthis. I mean, the Houthis have done what one would think would be a stellar job, standing up against a world superpower, and then they dropped.
I think they've done amazingly.
Yeah, they have, but then they really dropped the ball, I think, by sinking those 2 ships in the Red Sea, especially the second one, which was a Greek register, or I think it was a Greek merchant ship or whatever, and people died. Now, the first one, they got people off it, but the second one, people died because they dropped a couple of missiles on it. And then they actually boarded it and hung charges below the waterline and set them off. But they tried to make, I mean, you could see the pictures, you could see the charges were there, but they tried to make out that they'd sunk it with missiles, and they hadn't, and the life rafts and the life buoys and things were all still on the ship. And you got to think, you really got to boil the ball there, because they've been really good at propaganda. I mean, really good at propaganda. They've got it down to a fine art. But they really dropped the ball on that one. And there's a lot of people like, they support the Houthis or whatever they're doing, and they can't see past that. But I think when you're sitting back, like, I think we tend to sit back a bit. And some would say we sit on the fence. I don't see it as that. I don't see it as sitting on a fence. I see it as taking a rational look at the evidence that's presented to you, and
you have to
coming up with a conclusion.
You can't start wrapping yourself up in a flag, because everybody lies. No, yeah, I mean, it's you don't always know the facts, and the same is true of people on both sides of the fence. You have the ones that wrap themselves up in Ukrainian flags. You have ones that wrap themselves up in rabbit holes. And it's when they get fixated and tar everything with the same brush, that's when you have problems. And you can observe, and you can kind of comment, and you can have your own opinion about stuff, but you can't get so wrapped up in a particular thing that it becomes your own identity.
Or you shouldn't.
But yeah, sure.
People do, though. That's the thing. And these are the people that we mock. And I think quite rightly so.
Absolutely, but the system also encourages them.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Because they want everybody separated into camps fighting amongst themselves. Yeah,
because that's part of government's main reason, or main raison d'etre.
Yeah. Divide and conquer.
Control the population. Exactly.
Absolutely. It's the oldest game in the book.
Yep. And that's exactly what they're doing to you people. And you must remember that. In fact, I think we'll go out with a little story here from Reddit. I think it's from 2022, but I think it was quite funny. No, it's not from Reddit. It's from 4chan. So, enjoy. Someone stole my sandwich for 1 week straight. I asked the AR for a camera recording, and it was Ahmed, the Islamic enjoyer. Trap card activated. I made the pork as tender as possible so as it feels like chicken. I spread baking grease on both slices of bread. 2 drops of white wine alcohol. I fed him for 8 months. He even brags about it. Some infidels always preparing lunch for him. So far, has consumed 7.6.8 kilos of pork, 1.344 kilos of baking grease, and 1/9 of a vinegar bottle. Any Islamic scholars here know how deep in hell he is now? Always be
That's the
careful.
perfect tactic for a lunch stealer.
Retribution will always.
Well, don't
be
steal other people's fucking lunch.
Exactly. Don't. If you take anything away from tonight,
It's-
it is do not ever steal someone else's fucking lunch. And with that,
Absolutely.
it's been great for you.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, hearts full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face.